yard distance there at the end doing the spreader choke just to see how open we can make it. But then we did the 25-yard mark, which in most upland hunting situations, at least rough grouse, I know William Hardin Foster wrote in his book, I want to say it was 25 yards that he measured would be like the average shot. So we just kind of kept it at that 25 yards. And the drastic difference that we got from choke to choke, from load to load, it's almost like you said, we did short patterns and strings through this. Normally, we started off doing 5, but we saw real quick we weren't going to have the time that was necessary because, for future reference, if you invite me somewhere, it's going to rain. That's just the way it is. I bring the rain with me, but it was eye opening in the fact that the drastic difference, especially when we switch from the 20 gauge to the 28 gauge, just the wide difference in the cylinder patterns like that really opened my eyes to where it's different shot loads because you're using 28 and 20 gauge, but they were still the same shot size. At least both were 8s, and just the fixed bore cylinder on my 28 gauge barrel completely just spanned the
Yeah, it,
entire
it
width and length of that paper, to where the ones that actually had the choke on it, it was a nice good pattern within the circle. That was pretty eye opening. That I'm like, I need to experiment a lot more with this.
yep, yep, and we only shot one kind of shell with that out of your 28. So a different brand shell may give you different results.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody can explain why that happens, but it certainly can, and I've seen it a lot where this load is not shooting very well. Um, but then I swap brands to basically the same. When you're doing this, you don't want to go from all right. This number 8 shot is not shooting well. Let me throw in these number 4s and see how it shoots. No, you want to stick to as close to what you started with, apples to apples, if you can. Just swap to a different brand shell, um, and a lot of times that will fix whatever issues you're having. And I don't know why that is. Something the way the shell is put together, how it interacts with your barrel, and the choke tube. But that's certainly pretty common.